And for us now, good evening. The program they watch now, Udwota. Udwota means heart of the matter. And because of the heart of the matter, now it make us dear. We always a day every Monday to discuss different issues when get to do with the country, the state, and everything we get to do with humanity. We don't come again with another set of discussion this evening, and we'll say, wherever you are, this discussion meets you well. My name is Emma Akpololo, and this evening, they're very happy again to bring before and again for a big glamour, they call erudite scholar, somebody who say, read book, come, professor, not be ordinary person again for inside society. And at the same time, also, our division campus of the University of Benin, Professor Ayinde. Prof, good evening, sir.
Our people at home, now good evening, Nado.
All right, we'll start with the discussion. So far, so good. 2 weeks ago, maybe last week, we start one matter which concern the Israel and the U.S. attack on Iran. Where are we today?
Well, of course, as at today, the war is still raging, and we have not heard of any ceasefire from either side or any of the sides, so to speak, either from the side of U.S., Israel on one side, and Iran on the other side. Bombings, attacks have continued from both sides. And we keep seeing the extent of destructions that the societies are witnessing, both in Iran as well as Tel Aviv, and also by extension some part of occupied West Bank, also in part of Israel, and some parts of Arabian countries, the Gulf states. Some of them are trying to see whether there could be negotiation through the back door, or there could be attack, direct one, to get involved in the whole thing.
Okay, sir, Prof, you could come to my level small. You know, the
Okay.
Go ahead.
So the way it be now, they say the countries which surround Iran, Bahrain, Saudi Arabia, Oman, Qatar, all these various countries where they know say America gets air bases. Iran don't talk say anyone where they observe say he carry that from there, America attack them. He go attack the country back. Unfortunately for such countries like Saudi Arabia, Qatar, America don't tell them say you no fit defend them against the missiles that Iran they send. All their protective devices are meant to protect only Israel. So that's the
which kind of that kind of
so they feel say as you they use us to attack where you want to attack, how you go come say how will it be that we are now being attacked? You they tell us say the thing where you they take prevent or protect, we supposed to also enjoy to protect ourselves. You they talk say Israel you they take and protect. So there is no way the war no go get as it be. Maybe that's the reason why the leadership in Saudi Arabia, as well as the foreign minister for Iran, they start the talk small, how the thing no go escalate, reach them again. But be that as it may, from waiting with the read, waiting with the see, we hear the talk say the first phase of the war, where we say Iran, they say they don't pass first stage, they don't pass second stage. The third stage where they now, then the talk say the weapon we then get will be that is well advanced weapon, hypersonic missiles. Now that one, the one start they use now.
That is Iran.
That is Iran. And Israel too. Then they try to attack them. But one other unfortunate thing where would they hear, if it is true, they say you have some in Cyprus. They say they catch some people will be Mossad agents, will go bomb Cyprus in the name of Iran, make Cyprus come retaliate, come join in the fight.
Yes, sir.
For Saudi Arabia too, their oil refinery, they say they catch some persons, will be same Mossad agents. So what they there be say all this now the kind of way they war. Someone where you they fight, go attack person where you know they fight. To give the impression, say enjoy you. So once that one join, you don't carry person, join enemy, don't join enemy with that. So that one go make it difficult for the fight to end.
But Trump, the come and say he don't finish Iran, he don't destroy their naval base, he don't destroy their military, he don't destroy this, he don't destroy that. He praising soldiers for everything that happen. But for what they talk so, Iran they talk say they get they enter the next weapon. So you feel say Trump correct? Because actually you listen to Trump when he say he talk now say he don't sink Iran this thing. Naval whatever, they don't do their military don't go, their first leadership don't come out, second leadership don't come out, so that he praise American soldiers and military for what they do, and he will continue to carry on. Go ahead.
Well, everybody get right to say what he wants.
Okay, maybe that the war propaganda.
Now war propaganda I say am to be, because from what we they hear, what we they see from independent people. Some they talk say, as at today for Israel, they don't already censor most of the journalists. Make them no carry pictures of waiting they see sent to outside world.
Okay.
Whoever then catch, now 5 years imprisonment. As at today, anybody will then catch, now 5 years imprisonment. You know, that one now to just make people hide the information, the real situation on ground, away from the entire world. Make people no con the talk, say, now so then destroy Israel rich. That one too, na propaganda, na tactic of preventing the soldiers from being demoralized. Because if soldiers say, now our country, they don't destroy like this. If it be like, say, we no go feel win or go advance beyond this one. So Trump can be saying everything where he won't talk. The reality be say, person way ready to die. It's different from someone we just feel say, if we are able to do it, fine. If we are unable to do it, fine. What I'm trying to say be say, the fight we ran the fight. Don't be say Iran the fight to conquer another one, another country, or to expand their territory, or to say the economy of Israel, they won't join them to their own, or the economy of Saudi Arabia, they won't carry them. They are not for that. What in them they talk be say, for you to say we no go leave, you go destroy us, we no go allow you destroy us. That is survivor. And person where they fight for survivor. You will won't fight the person, you should be ready to die as well, because the person don't ready to die. That is the situation. If you say you don't destroy the leadership of Iran, how about those that are doing coordinated bombings, missiles, sending missiles to every direction? Who is controlling them? Mm-hmm. So it is not possible, because what we hear, what we listen to, they say before they kill Ayatollah Khamenei, as one of the things where he talk, they say himself now 86. He talks say waiting they wait for in life again, waiting feel he won't achieve again, we never achieve. So if that comes, no problem. He don't ready, and they don't already know say once they kill him, another person supposed to take over from him. He appointed that person. He said when they kill this person, he appointed another person. When they kill, up to 4 layers like that. So if that arrangement don't dey there and people don't agree, say na so it go be. The same thing for military. How you go say you don't kill two layers of two set of leadership. Even if you kill all, the kind of mentality we Amini get, na him others also get, by appointing people we go take over from them one after the other. So it go hard. The other thing where they say Trump they try to consider, be say the tribe where they call courts. He won't call them, make them come join the fight. The courts then they talking. Part of them they Iraq. Part of them, some of them, very few of them they Iran. And they try to see whether it could feel draw them to come and join the Grand Force. And those people, they get their wise. Because each of these countries within they are not in majority, they are in minority. Even Iraq, where they plenty, when they decided to fight, when they used them against Saddam Hussein that time, they win. They no win. So everybody don't they get sense that this war, as it be so, you cannot say now only you must exist in the whole of Middle East. Otherwise, there will be no peace.
Okay, so we will go ahead now. The level where we see we reach now. Let's go back to the performance of. First of all, we see for people recently when Iran they apologized to most of all those Gulf states over how they attacked them.
Well, they are apologizing. The apology, it's to me, it's a diplomatic one. It's one that is necessary to let them know, say, much as they are Muslims like them, they no intent to attack them. Now the basis, where the area, where they have American property, now in they attack. And they needed to explain that to a majority of people, particularly to the laymen, that they may not know, that might not know what exactly the reasons why they are attacking these countries. Because America, not be today, then develop that kind of mentality to make sure, say, there is no part of the world where they no get air bases.
Yes, sir. So
that anytime, any day they decide to say that the president of this country, we go remove him. No be from America the people go come from. Now the people where they ground, where they then go said, make them go do them. Now only if those people no fit do them, all those soldiers no fit do them, then go send special people. They are already considering sending special group to Iran to go and do the work. Maybe this time around, they will pick all the people, 90 million people, carry them, put them inside the sea. The special people go do them. Look with the wait. All I know be say, those people too, they are ready for everything. They are ready for everything. Because part of what America don't go do, now to attack Iranian ships. We know even the area where then they fight. They say they have sunk about 5 or 7 Iranian ships. One contain about 180 sailors. They even talk, say, conventionally, as part of what they arrange in war, is that if a ship sink another one, that ship will sink another one, must find a means of evacuating the sailors in that one with an attack. This one, the ship, the warship attack Iranian own, then ran away. Now when they made this distress calls to another Navy naval center, now in those people come, they were able to rescue about 30 of them.
Oh.
So if it continues like that, what it go mean be say Iran too go say, as you come the attack us, not be only your bases again, we go the attack. All your interests in various places. And the interest of America plenty. They feel extend the attack to all that. So it's not something that we pray should continue for a long time, because we are talking of human lives from both sides. So the people who still get thinking cap, make them put them on. Find a way to talk to Trump, who is the main cause of the problem, as well as Netanyahu. Otherwise, now so the war will continue.
All right, the program watch now. Udota means heart of the matter with the original from Independent Television. Make I also let you know, see, star 347. If you get up for your phone, just dial star 347 star 732 hash. It go charge you 500 naira. Maybe ITV as a time code. That as a time, some people don't win 50,000, 100,000, 200,000, as the case may be. 150,000. So no relent on that one. I always tell you, as a time, na ITV radio raffle draw CD. Make people for this economy, take the buy fuel, take buy clothes, take do anything we say you want to do. Try to ensure say today you try, you no ever regret them. Prof, something will happen recently. I think a few days ago, for I think about is it yesterday or before yesterday for Lebanon. Those ones now, the Israeli soldiers send go Lebanon, go look for the body of somebody. One I think Arad Imam or something. We don't die over 40 years ago. They go to look for the debut of that person for inside one village. Because of that man, dead body when they all go look for, the man don't die over 40 years ago. They come, they kill some other people for that village. I mean, all of these things, where did the carry us go?
Well, all this na extension of the war that is on ground. Na extension of devastation, the extension of the intention of Israel to grab land, to extend their domination on the Middle East.
What is the one use the bone of somebody who don't die 40 years ago?
Because the person who even die last year, you check the grave, you no go see the body. At best, you see bone. The bone where you go see, you no go full one nylon bag. So if you say you are looking for the dead body, the bones of the person, why is it that it is now you are looking for the, if not that you are looking for trouble? They are only looking for ways to continue to kill many people. That is just the intention. Because if 20 years ago, 30 years ago, you no remember, even if you say the pikin wey the person wey be the child of the person wey die, na 1 year old e be. So 40 years now, he just wake up. Now the senses come, they tell and say, go and look for the bones of your grandfather or your grandmother. They are only looking for trouble. It's the extension of all these problems wey dey ground. That is what I see there.
When we look at the nuclear armaments, America just look at this and say they want to ensure that the capability of Iran to have nuclear armament and all that, but not only Iran, now you get that's it.
You see, that is to tell you the hypocrisy of America. Because Israelis are not more than 9 million or maximum 10 million. They have nuclear weapon. Iran will be 90 million. You the South say why them go get nuclear weapon? Justice they inside that one. Because if people will be 9 million, will just be 10% of the other population. They get waiting them go take, destroy the 90 million. The 90 million make they just put their mouth, like put their hand like this. They watch them to kill them. And they say even with the fact that they have uranium where they use, they say na power, electricity, then they take them make. Now they use to supply them power. And if that is a lie, they allow IAEA to come and inspect them. Since all this while, since they don't establish the state of Israel since 1948, Israel don't allow IAEA to investigate them once. Not even for 1 hour. America, where they enforce all these ones, they don't enforce that of Israel before.
But even research, even they show some people Iran even get that all those nuclear whatever.
It's not only Iran that has it. In the whole world today, America gets, Russia gets, France gets, Britain gets, Pakistan gets, India gets. So Israel gets, China gets. So if all of them get all these things, why you go single out Iran and you go talk, say Iran must not get? It's like you have weapon to fight me. And I can't know the weapon, say, now this one, then they take destroy person. You could take and destroy me one day. So I go look for a way to also start preparing. You can't carry my tail around, say they prepare to fight me. When you get waiting to destroy me, fairness no dey there at all. What will make us respect one another well is that you get waiting to destroy this person. The person also get waiting to destroy you. Everybody go come dey in lane. Respect go dey. Because the one wey get waiting, he go take destroy another person. If you don't have anything to resist him, if he tell you your wife, I won't see your wife today. If I don't see your wife today, you are dead tomorrow. You go give her your wife. But if you get waiting to Sakara, to do Sakara to him too, if he tells you boldly, you also shout on him boldly. So the equation don't balance. So all these ones where Trump they shout, say they get a weapon of, they get nuclear weapon. Don't be so then talk for Iraq in 2001. Say get weapon of mass destruction. Carry everybody, carry Britain, carry France, carry Germany. Go fight Saddam. At the end of the way, at the end of the day, did they see any weapon of mass destruction?
Nope.
None. Now so then talk about Libya. What did they happen for Libya today? You know, something that we supposed to know, fundamentally, we say there is no country in the whole world that you go say, now America support them, now him bring them up to become economically, politically independent. There is none. There is no country where America will support, where the country no go suffer at the end of it. Even Nigeria, where we carry them come, where some of our friends, they talk, say, yes, America don't come. Wherever they come, then they come free. Then they come free. They have their economic interest that they always protect. And it's because of this economic interest that they are interested in the political situation in every country throughout the world. They want to determine who becomes president of whichever country in the world. And the moment the person with them want, no day there, they find a way to cause trouble for the person. Because this Iran, where we talk, we are only seeing that they are fighting Iraq, they are fighting Iran now, probably because of the oil where Iran gets. The fight, the struggle don't start till 1911, from what we hear. 1911, northern part of Iran was being controlled by Russia. The western part was being controlled by Britain. But after the Second World War, when Britain don't lose almost everything, then they look for where to get money to sustain the government. They were taking oil from everywhere. They were taking oil from Iran too. But the leader of Iran, come talk, say, in 1951 to 1953, come talk, say, whatever Iran gets must be used to develop Iran. Yeah. So when they try to remove him by force, the thing no work. Now they go carry CIA, make you come join them. By 1953, they removed the man. And how did they remove him? Britain get power for sea. They are never, very, very superb. They can't block all the ways where Iran they take sell oil. So economy they hard. Because the oil where they take, where they sell, take money, they no agree, they no feel sell them again much. And they started using different groups from inside Iran to start campaigning about the president, Mohammed. By the time the man say you don't pass them, they remove them. They put their own there. The person where them put there, Shah Pahlavi, that one can't there also he agrees, say 40% of the oil, you go they give them to Britain. 40% of the oil is going to give am to Britain. And that is the same thing France they do to all Francophone countries.
I make that my brother for Burkina Faso first now.
Now you make am vex. All their budget every year, Francophone countries, 40% of their budget goes to France. Apart from many other things, so when they take service France. And if you say you no agree, you are, in fact, the government no go no peace. That is what is happening in Burkina Faso now. That is what is happening in Niger. All these three, Niger, Burkina Faso, and Mali, don't agree. Say, Kaka, you are 40% no go anywhere now to develop this country. That's why they are fighting them. So the 40% where they go to Britain can't release them. But people still say, our property na our property. How you go say our property belong to you? Your own belong to you. You understand? Our property belong to the two of us. But your own belong to you, not to the two of us. Now they start their protest. By 1979, they can't remove Shah Pahlavi. Ayatollah Khomeini can become the spiritual leader. That one as it be. People can't they enjoy. Now America go wire Iraq again. Say Iran they thief your oil field. Can't cause trouble between two brothers.
Iraq and Iran.
Before you know it, then they sell weapons to Iraq to fight Iran. Yeah. Iran can't they what we go do? They fight back. At the end of the war in 1988, Iraq get external debt of $20 billion. Iran gets external debt of $5 billion. No winner, no loser. At the end of the war, shortly after that, Naim Ayatollah Khomeini can die, 1989. As he died, finished. This one we then kill. Now he become the spiritual leader. So not be the fight we then start today. After killing Saddam Hussein, the Iraq settled up to today. The people who then they talk say Saddam Hussein they fight, they share. Don't be share they rule Iraq today. Anytime they see where there is peace, they carry two heads, knock them together. And if the people no understand the game, now so then go start they fight one another. That is what America is doing. Carrying 2-3 persons, tell them different things. Before you know what is happening, kata don't blow. As then they sell weapon to this one, then they sell weapon to this one.
And then they make money.
And then they make money.
And that those people no say na America they said to this one.
Of course now, when they fight, when the Iraq-Iran war was going on, not be around 1986, they say President Reagan, they catch and say if they sell weapon to Iran again. Now then they supply weapon to Iraq. They collect money, the same weapon.
They send to Iran.
Then they send to Iran. Make the two brothers. You know, all these things, if we look at the amount of money we then they take make weapon, if you use them to sustain peace, where people are hungry, they can feed them. Where people no get many life amenities, they can sponsor them. Peace good day world better than the way we have it now. But this idea of there must be problem, there must be chaos everywhere, not caused by us. Because I know those of us in Africa, we are very peace-loving people. Even those people that are in Asia, they are also very peace-loving people. But if people know what other people are planning in terms of causing trouble for them, now so we go to fight one another. As we do here, even in Nigeria, the one way we grew up to see, be say, in your family, you feel get Christians. If you get Muslims, if you get idol worshippers.
Yes, sir.
And now so like that, all of us grew
up together.
When it is time for Salah, Christian will come, chop with a Muslim. When it is time for Christmas or New Year, Muslim will go see their friends. Then go chop together. They even contribute money together to say, let's use the money for the festival. But what we they see today, they don't use the religion. Say this Christian no want to see Muslim, so Muslim no want to see Christian. No. Now we they talk honor them.
And then it's okay.
Now then they talk am because they wan sell weapon. Wherever there is peace, let us sustain the peace. This one wey we dey see for the world so is not a good thing. No good for anybody. Because even as we dey Nigeria, if we dey think say wetin concern me with Iran, wetin concern me with Israel, e concern you.
Because well.
Because the goods, wetin we dey import.
We come to that the economic side of this war. Now Iran don talk say the Strait of Hormuz no going, no coming. Now when we look at the economic implication, first of all in Nigeria and the world in general.
You see, if you look at the world, the map of the world, the Strait of Hormuz, they say in terms of width, it's about 32 kilometers. Where many ships feed the pass. More than 20% of ships where they carry oil, including other goods. So from Asia, from Australia, from other parts of the world, then go past that area, enter Europe. From there, enter other places. But as the war come day, that's why I tell you, say, Iran, they're ready for everything. If you attack us too much, everybody go suffer. Now, then they so. At the read somewhere, I say, Israel, also they talk of what they call Samson option. What did they call Samson option? We say, you know, Prophet Samson, those days, that was betrayed by the wife.
Yes.
They say what he did by collapsing the temple.
So that
everybody died. They say they are looking at that option.
Who is that one?
Israel.
Okay.
That if this thing go end to say that all of us go die, now this option we go come use. Then go detonate the atomic bomb, everybody go perish. Make we see how far that one go carry us. So the two sides, now so they're ready for one another. And the one way we say, the way that one can say is Baba, you don't take one side. Carry one pikin, say, you the punch am. You, with your two hands, tie am. You continue to punch am. That is the position America, Trump, they do. But the one where you tie in hand, say, Kaka, I no go gree, make you tie my hand. Now we dey so. So until United Nations, if they are still united, get the voice to tell Trump, say wetin they do, no good. To tell Netanyahu, let other people also live. These people are ready to live with you peacefully.
But if you begin to talk about that one, I not see from what they see. Is there any end? Is there any end in sight? Will something like this go peace go ever come? Because the Secretary of War for America, they say this thing go end for now. Say this thing go continue. I feel say okay that propaganda of war, but it don't look like wetin go end soon. No?
Well, we pray it ends soon, because if it doesn't end soon, the two sides or all the sides go suffer am. All the sides go suffer am. Even the entire world too go suffer am. Because we are talking of Strait of Hormuz now. If they block, wetin they pass, wetin they go Europe, already it don dey affect the gas supply from Russia to Europe. When the war between Ukraine and Russia has started raging, they block the gas pipe from Russia where they go Europe, so that then go use that one strangle Russia. Now that the other places where they are getting supply don't they block because of this war, they don't tell Ukraine open them, so that Europe no go die of no go die of hunger. And as we speak, they say the cost of gas, it don't go up for Europe more than 50%. That is one side. For those of us where they here, things where then they take materials, where then they take from Australia, other things where they pass this Strait of Hormuz, when they get to Europe, then they take them do some other things where then they transport to Nigeria, to Africa, to other parts of the world. You know, as they block that Strait of Hormuz, so for them to travel back to Europe, then go past the whole of Africa, the back of Africa, you can imagine the distance. Starting from Somalia, down to Nigeria, down to Senegal, before then go connect Morocco, before then they go connect Algeria, then enter Europe again. You can imagine the number of kilometers where the thing goes. So all these ones, at the end of the day, then go add the cost of transportation to the production with they won't do for that side. So when they produce the material finish, they send them to Nigeria. The thing where will they buy for 5,000 naira before, then go say the cost of production for there, it don't high. We go they buy them for 8,000 naira. We go they buy them for 10,000 naira. It never affect us. So that is how one can see, say, there is no way this thing where they happen, where will they see, where will they think, say, it no concern us. That is how it would affect us. Small.
No, but even that, Prof, fuel don't increase.
Now, so there is no way our fuel no go increase.
Fuel don't be so. Some people they sell now MRS they sell 1,050 naira, some 1,002, some 1,1, some 1,150. There
is no way it no go affect us, because the cost of crude oil don't go high for market too, and that is why we said the other time, when elephants they fight, two elephants they fight, now grass they suffer them. But wetin I dey tell people be say, even when the elephant no fight, any grass where elephant match, you know they come up again. So elephant dey fight to elephant no dey fight to grass they suffer. The cost of crude oil, it go up, it come down. Nigerians na so we dey suffer. Because when it goes up, we go dey think say the amount of money wey we dey sell, it go bring more money to us here. We know they see the effect of the more money. When it comes down that way, then go tell us here say the cost of production, if they affect them, we go dey pay more. So whether it go up or it come down, we don't even know when it is. Because waiting we dey see 850, when then they sell them 850, we were all enjoying it. When it was less than 850, but when it was 600 naira per liter, people they shout saying subsidy. Government come, they remove the subsidy. At a point we were buying it 1,005. By the time it reduced to 850, now it's going to 1,000 naira. May I ask us this question? Even for this town, for this our city, Tuke, when you enter Tuke from Moluku to Ring Road, before you feel they pay 500 naira.
Yes, sir.
When the fuel was 850.
Yes, sir.
When it moved to 1,005, they say na 1,000 naira now, or 800 naira. By the time you come back to 850, they may reduce their own, go back to 800 naira. Who they do who? Now we they do ourselves.
Okay, before we wrap up this topic, make I just ask you this last question before we enter another topic. Let's look at these people we mentioned their name just now. You know, just say na toothless bulldog. Now you actually be you and Goofy, because you since that time, Prof. Tell us what you and don't make out of all of this with the gossips.
Well, we never read
any ceasefire, any movement, anything.
We never read any.
This one they say no talk. This one say no talk. What you and don't do for this matter?
We never see any substantive, objective pronouncement from the UN, because the UN is just like a dog we no get teeth at all.
But we don't say America they fear. As far as America they involved, say UN no go talk.
Yes.
Say UN they fear America.
UN they fear. But as much as UN they fear, it also shows say the UN don't polarized. It don't depolarized. There are countries where we say now yes then they. Any decision we then take. If America sit down and look at the faces of diplomats where they there, foreign ministers where they there, say now this side make you not go. Anyone will no go there, they know where they go suffer. But any country where fees stand on their own, say objectively this is how we go do them, and it must be like this. Damn the consequences. Because all these ones, when then they tell us, say, we give them 8, we give them loan, we give them that. Now, all ways of, you know, showing us their generosity, which in any way there is nothing generous about it. Look at the way then they explore our mineral resources. From Somalia down to Senegal, from Morocco down to Nigeria. All the various places where then they take mineral resources, various types. Anywhere they where they establish, what then they take that mineral resources do, where they establish them. Anywhere they, to tell you how wicked they are. By the time they take all these things, we don't know, you sell the product, then they send here, selling the product to us in high prices. How much they sell, how much they sell our own mineral resources. They don't tell us the original money where then they take. At the end of the day, then go say, we are giving you 8. 8 over what? When you don't thief people's property. You don't steal people's resources. All the time, you are not stopping at all. All the time, you are taking their resources. And you are coming back to say you are giving them 8. 8 over what? Even if we have big man where they do that kind of thing here, we go call them wicked man. That is international wickedness. To tell us that this is what they are using to benefit Africa. If they don't come to Africa, Africa will not have developed. All that in a lie. All as scientists, we get brain well, we deal with them. Why they don't release them, make them come replicate what they do there for Africa.
Even the man for Rwanda never don't cut ties with them.
So when we get things, we develop ourselves. Because all these ones, when then they give us, you said just Obubuyaya.
Yeah, Prof, don't speak that language. If you just watch the program, Udota means heart of the matter, and the original from independent television. By way of wrapping up, we just go back to Nigeria and look at the political scene. Prof, a lot of things will happen after the electoral act and so many things. Some political parties they complain, say, okay, this electoral act, when we say they break come out when they don't sign, so they don't come out indirect primaries and they don't do so many things, and because of this one, you know, say issue of transmission of result there and all of that one. As a build up to the 2027 general election, which direction if you say would they go?
Well, if I say this is the direction, it could be like say at the tell lie. Nigeria no get direction as it be so today. Because the problem we will get for this country is plenty. Let's start with the political parties where they complain now. Where you have more than 30 political parties. Some no even dey world level. Talk less of a whole local government. You have them members scattered all over the country. Then they call themselves political parties. Maybe as the people just group together, we are political parties, so they give themselves the name. They get money with them, they get from there. Now that money, then go sit down, they collect, make we just sustain our members. 10 day Calabar, 5 day Sokoto, another 5 day Lagos, another 10 day Meduguri. We all come together. We say we are party. Party will not get ordinary councillor. That one a party. All of them would complain now. You know, the problem where we get for this country is plenty. If we want copy the Onyibo people, where will they copy? If we want copy them well, make we copy them. No be this half copy, half wayo, join everything together. It not go lead us anywhere. America, they have Republicans, they have Democrats. You either belong to the two, or you are independent candidate, which is very, very rare, which is very, very few. They are very few. So if we also have two parties, you are either this one or this one, and ideologically based, with objective manifestos, that as Democrats, so these are our regular manifestos. As Republicans, these are regular manifestos. You know, everybody developing in the society, you already have this mental alignment. intellectual alignment. This is where I want to belong to. This is where I want to belong to. As of today, all the members of PDP don't become APC. All the members, when they observe, say, the ground don't they hot for APC, majority of them are jumping to the ADC. When ground hot for that place, for that one too, then we go APGA. When grant hot for that one too, then we go another one. That one, they both get ideology where person feel say, as a small, as a young chap, where they come up gradually, you want to develop your own ideology. You want to look for people you want to emulate. All that are not there in Nigeria today. There are no people you can say, in terms of the ideology we know of Azikiwe. You cannot see majority of them aligning their mentality, their ideology with Azikiwe. You cannot see majority of them aligning their mentality, their ideology with that of Tafawa Balewa or Ahmadu Bello or Awolowo. So they don't mix everything together. Today you see someone jumping from one party to another. The moment he knows, say, as they go up there, so it be like say our party, go get head. Now from the grassroots, he go mobilize his people. Let us join the one where they win at the top. That is not the way to do life. You go get time in this country when Yahoo boys go also come together, form one party. And our small children, we don't know the history of this country.
You go vote for them.
They join them. Yahoo party go get followership.
When we look at one of your brother recently, I think he did PDP before, Daniel Bwala. We call Yanopata against this current president. As he can join Mr. President, now I just see what he talk about that. He can begin the run from us.
That is why I said they are not politicians that are objective in their ideologies. They are not sincere with their ideologies. Whatever complaints you have against a particular party or against individual, let it be very, very objective one, based on your own conviction. That if we are there, these are the things that we are going to do. But majority of them, what they do is stomach infrastructure, politics. The moment where they are getting kobo, it's getting dried. They look for another place where the milk is fresh. Go there and gum. They are not. How do I put it? They are not looking at the implication of swallowing, eating your vomit.
Yes.
Now you talk this one yesterday. The person where you talk about, it don't change today. That you go say in a better person today. Now you don't change. And if that person they careful, they sensible, you're supposed to also watch you very well. Because your own mind, your own mouth, stay one place. The moment get waiting you the chop, waiting you want chop from you again, it will go back to where it came from. It's not a good thing to be someone that will be multiple faced.
Go they talk go here, talk go
they go here, go. Let people know you where you are. If you are a very straightforward person, objective person, stand there, let them know you. And if you are the type that is gallivanting from one place to another, chameleon, let them know you. But majority of our politicians, so to say, and sorry to say, they are chameleons. So now we are the Amala plenty. Now there you go see them.
One of my colleagues for Arise News, with all due respect, in him Rufai Usini. I always watch him when they do some interviews. Now they tell one person when they ask for one of these political parties, say, in the feel the opposition, then they know seriously they be jokers. So because all these things when they complain, so when they put all of this now pass them into law. Now when they don't pass it into law, do everything, now they can complain.
How they no go complain? Their members know they were in the past and into law.
Now they talk say, what they?
Their members, they know they there. Why their members no talk say this one will not be good for the entire nation? We no go agree. Why they no voiced at that time? When they eventually passed it, what are the protests they carry out? Make anybody no deceive us. Go and mark it. But we are approaching 2027 now.
Yes, sir.
Out of 36 states where we get, how many be APC?
About 30, yes, about 30 or 31.
About 30. It will increase before that time. Go and mark it.
They don't catch all of them. As far as they don't catch Adamawa, don't catch Atiku Pikin. So
that is it. That is to tell you, say, what everybody they look for, and how my stomach goes well. The stomach of my family, it goes well. Because if you see majority of them, they don't carry their children, go they groom them. No be children of carpenter, no be children of bricklayer. Right? No be children of panebita, where they follow them. Now the children of these people, they carry, they empower. Yes, we want to struggle tomorrow. We want to protest tomorrow. Make we dey for their own children.
That weekend on the kind of Pikin Waka, Minister of Umaitu, I think Pikin won't contest.
So who are we deceiving?
So
my own children, your own children, the children of bricklayer, children of carpenter, where they must have been book.
All right, Prof, we salute you the time we take join us this evening for inside the program. My people for us, I too will be big salute again. The program of daughter and we reach now from Independent Television. All right, that's so we'll take our program. We'll reach again next week Monday. God willing. God bless Nigeria.
This is ITV.
Certainly the best.
ITV. ITV.
ITV, certainly the best. This is ITV.
Certainly the best.
This is ITV.
Certainly the best.
Hello everyone, it's another day, beautiful one at that, for the program Woman to Woman. Young girls nowadays face a lot of challenges, so much that sometimes you begin to wonder, is it a crime to be a girl? Is it a crime to be a lady? But it is what it is. You're a girl, so let's live with it. So today we want to look at helping girls overcome some challenges that they face in life, helping young girls to navigate some of the challenges. We cannot talk about all of the challenges that girls face, too numerous, and these few minutes will just not be enough to talk about all of them. So let's just pick it little bit, bits from here, bits from there, and then see how we can help our girls. Our young girls are going through a lot, particularly in this age and time. So joining me to talk about this topic is a counselor, a beautiful woman, and you will love her, you will love her. So please join me to welcome Counselor Sharon Ekele. She is from Ekele, right?
Yeah,
I got it.
Yeah,
so she's a counselor from the Counseling Center, University of Benin. So nice to have you join us.
Thank you.
You're looking good, looking sharp. All right, so Counselor Sharon, I know you deal with a lot of young girls because I've come to your office, I've seen what you do, and I'm like, wow, these people are doing quite a lot for the young girls, okay? So now, let's look at some of the problems that young girls face in this life, in any environment that they find themselves. The problems are the same, but the way each of us respond to these problems are quite different. So how do we respond to issues facing us? So let's start with this one now, the one that is everywhere, the social media thing. You know, young girls suffer a lot as a result of what they see on social media, comments people make about them, comments people make about other girls, some very traumatizing things that they see. And some of them can withdraw, or some of them can just decide to do otherwise. So how can a young girl build confidence and self-esteem in a social media driven society?
Yeah, thank you so much for that question. Yeah, this social media of a thing has really caused a whole lot of damages. Even though there is a good aspect, but I've come to find out that I think the negative aspect is more than even the
positive.
Yes, positive aspect regarding the well-being and the mental state of every individual, particularly the young girls out there. They face bully, they face, as in they talk them down. You find out that some of them have been spoken to in a manner that at the end of the day they just burst into tears. Some will come to me, so like, somebody said this in maybe in TikTok about my look. Oh, that I'm shabby, I'm looking ugly, I'm not fine. You still, if you want,
and it get to them.
Yes, it gets to them. So like, oh, so you too, you say you did social media, how many followers you get, who they comment for your page, and it gets to them.
But you know, some people are bad. Yes. Some places are just bad.
Yes. So, and it gets to them so much, and it starts affecting them mentally. So how will one especially these young girls, help themselves, the first thing is ask yourself, why am I on social media?
Okay.
Why am I out there? Is it for people validation? Is it to impress people? Or am I here to impact people, impact life? I think recently I noticed that people have been complaining that like, this social media and the also is free, this one is whatever. But so that's what I was like, I just commented one day on somebody that was always talking about it. I was like, I'm here on this page to impact lives. So even though I don't get the comments, I don't get the likes or whatever, but I know that there must be one person my message has impacted positively.
Okay.
And has transformed positively. So that is the first thing we need to put, these young girls need to put at the back of their head.
Having a positive mindset.
Why am I here on social media? Then learn to just unfollow those that are making you feel insecure, making you feel insignificant out there. So you must not follow them back to back and want to be exchanging words. So if you feel you are not so comfortable with what this person is saying to you day in, day out, you unblock the person. So learn to know that social media life is fake. A lot of fake out there.
Okay.
No, it's not real. A lot of unreal life is out there.
You know why I'm laughing? I remember a comment somebody made on my page. I was just doing my own thing, dancing, and he said, "Who be this to do myself?"
Exactly. You just imagine that kind of.
And I just laughed. Then I asked the person, "Who bring you come here?" I was just having fun because the comment he made really made me laugh. But for some person, it will affect them. And we also know that this comment, this backlash and all of that affects their mental health. Because I've been opportunity to talk to a girl who I saw somewhere smoking. I was like, "Why are you on this?" And she said, "Oh, auntie." I said, "I'm not your auntie. I'm old enough to be your mommy. Don't auntie me. Address me properly. Why are you on this?" And she was like, she's on social media and somebody said that, you know. So it affects their mental health. So how can they push forward to make sure that this does not get to their head at all? Because you have said they should block the person, they should follow the person, and all of that. It's very hard for them to want to do that.
Because, you know, some persons, they think of, they are so afraid of losing their followers. That is one thing, because they'll tell you, "Oh, followers is important," or comments, whether negative or positive, the more it comes, the more money you are making, let it flow and all that. So if you are not mentally fit, I tell people there are some places you don't need to be. Because at the end of the day, you will break down. So a person, okay, let's take that comment for example. The person say, "Waiting this old woman they do for you," or stuff like that and everything. So, and you are not mentally fit on your own, you are struggling mentally, and such words comes to you. You find out that before you know, you are draining. This is a damaged person that have ended up coming to damage you more.
I think that's the right word. It's damaged people that come to comment all those wrong things.
Yeah, so they feel fulfilled when they do such things. They are happy.
Just to hurt somebody.
Yes, just to hurt somebody and see what they... So sometimes I get some comments like that, I get some things like that. So I just ignore, I just smile and laugh. But not everybody can
take it.
So that's why I said, the first thing, if you know you are battling mentally, you can't take some comments, you can't take some things you see on social media.
Avoid it.
Yes, avoid it. Sometimes I just say, take a break of social media. Just take a break, go and unwind, reset your brain, seek professional help to help you build your mental state. Then when you are coming back, you now understand humans.
You are ready for it. Yes. Okay, another challenge I know young girls face is a relationship thing. How to draw boundaries, how to recognize a toxic relationship, even when they see all of the signs glaring. I don't know what push them into such a relationship. So the question is, how can girls navigate relationships and set boundaries with friends and their partners? Because we have come to also realize that it is not only male partners that some of them have. Some have female partners too. And some have their dolls as their partners. What is going on in the minds of young girls nowadays? So talk to us about how they can navigate relationship and then set boundaries among friends and then those they are in a romantic relationship with.
Self-confidence is a very important aspect in the life of every individual.
Okay.
By the time you don't have self-worth, self-confidence, self-awareness, self-love, you find out that you will continue to absorb and take in toxic. And you keep telling yourself, oh, he loves me. He's the only person that has shown me love.
You must have talked to a lot of girls.
Yes. But in any other person who like, what do they want this one? They are beating you blue, black every day. He's insulting you and you say the person loves you. It's not the fault of that person.
Okay.
Because that young girl has lacked love all her life. And boom, somebody from nowhere comes up
to come and show you love.
Pretending to love you, accepting you, and you think it is love. So how will such girls help themselves? The first thing a girl needs to do is love yourself. I think my Bible says you can't say you love the other person if you don't love your own self.
Okay.
So self-love first before you start thinking of somebody else. So by the time you love yourself, appreciate yourself, as I heard this, so for example, maybe as I'm still a young girl, I love my skin so much, I appreciate my skin. I don't want anything hot to touch me. So by the time I see you are too hot, excuse you, please, I find my way. Then you have friends that you know, they are girls now, they want to compete with each other. Then you want to now you want to meet up to them. They're like, hold my bag, you know, you don't fit in. After all, you don't have human hair, you don't whatever. And so what are you doing in our midst? So just be following us out. The question you should ask yourself, what am I doing here? You can only take that because you don't believe in your own self. You don't love yourself. So by the time you love yourself, appreciate yourself, you have self-awareness of yourself, you find out that you don't want to be where people don't accept you, don't love you, you are not welcome. You always want to set your boundaries, want to like, okay, I find out that this person is not it, so Joy, stay your own, let me stay my own. I do it. I do it. There are times
but that power of assertiveness is what most girls don't have. And I don't know how that can be instilled in a girl to say, girlfriend, you are enough. Just you the way you are, you're just enough. And then have that power to say no and mean it. That, okay, this is no, this is no. But it's hard for some girls. So I know as a counselor, you must have met one or two girls like that.
Yes, a lot of them. I've met a lot of them. Like I said earlier, it all boils down to the mindset, upbringing also, and the environment. So if you are from a home that your parents have always battered you, look down on you, see nothing good in you, and you find yourself in an environment, it clicks.
So parents have a role to play in all of this. Then
religious bodies also have, there are some pastors that talk down on their members.
So men of God, church again.
So by the time maybe my mother has said not you good for nothing, or father has said it, then you go to church, your religious leader is saying it. So it becomes acceptable to to that person. Yes, it becomes acceptable that is the fact. If my mother can say this, can say that, is the fact.
That is who I am.
But so they start absorbing it and start living with it. So the first thing I do as a therapist is to unlearn to all you've absorbed.
You should just
start putting them. Is that how you see your own self? So start building affirmation words for you. So those words every morning, every day start like, oh Sharon, you're beautiful. You know you're special.
Why you not talking this way? You're beautiful. You're using your own name.
So do you know there is none, you are specially created. Outside you there is no other.
So you said that to yourself. That's big and that's
remind
beautiful.
me to tell you how bad such words does to people. I had a young girl, a client. Even when I told her, stand in the mirror, what do you see? She said, I'm seeing a monster with 2 big horns, a long nose, like a devil. I'm like, is that what you see? He said, yes, that is what
she has been made to
believe. So it's time. So with time, we start unlearning what that person has absorbed.
Negative
mindset, thoughts inside the person, and start building a positive mindset. So at that period, such persons should stay away. Just stay away from what you know triggers you. Things you know that makes you feel less of yourself. If it's a partner, a friend, just stay away. If it's the environment, stay away from that environment until you are healed. So when you are healed mentally, when you know your well-being is okay, you cannot stand and face the world. And then you will know how to set good boundaries and stand firm on those boundaries.
Wow, that's fantastic, Sharon.
Yeah.
All right, at this point, we're going to take a short break. And when we come back, we will continue with our talk on today's program. Stay tuned. All right, we're here again and ready to make you happy on the program Woman to Woman, and I am with Councillor Sharon. All right, Councillor Sharon, we were talking about girls believing in themselves, you know, speaking positively to themselves, waking up in the morning, and all of that is good. But even with all of this, we are seeing girls who are neck deep into BBL. Okay, their breast is not big enough, their butt is not okay, they are removing ribs to have thinner waist and all of that. They are doing hookup, not because they are hungry, but they just want to do this BBL thing. The microblading and all of that. A young girl want to do all of that. Why would a young girl want to alter the way she looks if she's normal?
Thank you so much for that. Yeah. Like you use the word issues normal.
Yes, why would you want to alter the way God created you?
Boils down to lack of self-esteem in oneself.
This self-esteem now a big thing.
Now very big thing. Self-esteem is very big. How does it say this when it's enhancing one's body? I remember if you see my university pictures, like I
want to see those pictures.
What is this?
I want to see those pictures.
So, at the time, sometimes
were you bigger or smaller or how?
I don't know the word.
Okay, like this. Like this, letter one.
More
like
than
this.
letter one. So I think that period, there's this movie that came out, Lekma Shandi.
Okay.
And I schooled in UI. So, apparently they were calling me Lekma Shandi. That is what they call me then in school. So sometimes you hear some people like, you should say, no, this one not get HIV.
Can you imagine?
So for me to like,
that means you were very, very letter one.
So there was one time someone said, you know, there's some scene, you know, when somebody is slim, it will be so fine, you will love it. And but this one, I don't even understand.
Sharon, I don't understand.
This kind of this thing. So what did that one?
And did that get to you?
Yeah, it got to me. And I started taking drugs to
add weight.
To add weight. To add weight, I was not taking drugs to add weight, so that like, Lord, you are so fine. Look at your boobs, see your hips, see your whatever. And so you feel fat. You not say you go feel fat like this. So, but instead of me, I knew what I was taking, what I was doing. But at the end of the day, it affected me negatively. At the end of the day, because my bone, it was not created to carry the kind of weight
you
yes,
had.
I was supposed to be carrying. So then I won't say, and I will blame myself, because then I was still in the healing process. But now, whether I fat or sometimes they're like, you don't do the thing, no, yeah, you not confine again. Sometimes you don't do the fat, so it's none of my business anymore.
You're just okay the way you are.
Yes, I love myself the way I am. So, because most of these girls don't appreciate themselves, they end up indulging in BBL. So there was a thing I was just asking myself, okay, now everybody microblading, everybody they microblade. So I want my thick lips. It's a trend. Oh, like you say, slim.
Okay, people now want thicker lips.
Yeah, thick
like
lips.
pomo lips.
Yeah, pomo lips and all that and everything. Then pink lips and everything and all that. Then later, you now see these same people again, they'll start removing everything. They'll say, no, now this one, they rain now. And all that. So why stress yourself over a trend, over what we always leave out of fashion one day?
And the consequences are all there. I saw somebody whose BBL got burst, and then she said she started smelling. You know, everywhere she enters with foul odor and all of that.
I saw that story,
then they now started trying to remove all of those things again and all of that. Why bother?
Because people just want to just want validation, and they just want people to be appealing to people. So I give you an example of myself. I wasn't doing it for myself.
But you were doing it for people's
people. Yes, for people. Yes, when they just keep quiet. When they just keep quiet. I was doing it for people. But at the end of the day, I was the one that was that suffered. Yes, these people are not there to suffer with me.
Okay.
So that is one. So by the time you just accept yourself, love yourself the way you are. So because there are some persons who tell you, oh, I think my children, the younger one and the elder daughter, when they stand, you think they greet the younger one before I get it. Your senior daughter took after you. I get it. Then the other one has hip, bust, everything. And she's always telling it on the face of her elder sister. Sometimes she'll go and shake the buttons in her face. Like other cars, I said, don't mind her, don't worry. You are beautiful the way you are. You are pretty the way you are. This is how God has created you. So appreciate yourself, love yourself. Don't just look at what she's having and all that. Very soon, you too.
Just be comfortable in your skin.
Yes. So by the time people seek such help, to build their self-esteem, their self-confidence, it goes a long way in the life of such persons.
All right, Sharon, you've said so much, and I've learned quite a few too. What's your parting statement now as we round up?
Yeah, as we round up, tell young girls out there, love yourself. Like I always say, which I said before, self-love does not mean you are selfish.
Okay.
Before you can say you love the other person, you need to love yourself first. Then learn to appreciate yourself. Then always affirm yourself. Say good things about yourself. If somebody has said you are useless, the question you should ask yourself, am I really useless? Okay. So if you find yourself in a toxic relationship, it's not love.
Okay.
Flee if you can. And be where somebody will love you, respect you, appreciate you the way you are. Okay. Then if you have friends that are talking down on you,
You
change,
flee.
Yeah, flee. Change
Flee.
flee. Change your friends.
All right, Councillor Sharon, thank you so much for finding time to be
Thank
with us on
you.
our show. I really enjoyed
Appreciate
myself.
it.
As a
Thank you.
parent, please always ask your daughters this question. Is anybody out there making you feel small or little? Whatever answer that daughter gives to you, please try. Particularly if she says, yes, there's somebody out there making her feel small. From everything that we have talked about today, do you still need me to tell you that you have to cancel that daughter of yours? That is for you to answer. We'll see you again on the program next week. Bye-bye.
ITV, certainly the best. ITV, ITV,
ITV, certainly the best. This is ITV.
Certainly the best.
Behind the glass doors of cold rooms and freezers lies a major source of protein for many households. Frozen chicken, turkey, and fish have become common food items in homes, restaurants, and food businesses across the country. From importation and storage to transportation and final sales, frozen food pass through a chain that is highly dependent on electricity, fuel, and efficient handling. Any disruption along the chain often reflect to the final price paid by consumers. On this edition of Market Survey, we examine the current prices of frozen chicken, turkey, and fish, the factors influencing their cost, and how traders are responding to the market conditions. Frozen chicken, turkey, and fish are largely sourced through importation and large-scale distribution, making their prices sensitive to several factors. Traders explain that costs related to import duties, foreign exchange, transportation, and storage play a significant role in determining market prices. Cold room operator says the cost of running generators has increased as frozen food require constant power supply to prevent spoilage. Fuel expenses, maintenance of cold storage facilities, and logistics all add to operational costs, which are often passed on to consumers. At the retail level, traders price frozen items based on size, weight, and type. Prices can also vary depending on supply levels and consumer demand. During the period of high demand, such as festive season, prices tend to rise, while lower demand often leads to slower sales. Consumers say frozen chicken, turkey, and fish remain important protein sources, but prices changes have affected buying habits. Many buyers now opt for smaller portion, cheaper alternative, or less frequent purchases in response to rising costs.
Welcome to Market Survey. On this edition of Market Survey, we are currently in the market to get to know the current price of frozen chicken, frozen turkey, and frozen fish. So stick with us as we get to know the current price of these various items. I am Stephanie Notoriua. Chicken and turkey day for market now, the price is not come down.
Yes, it don't come down.
So how much until they sell kilo for chicken?
No, they sell on 6,000. Chicken wings, they sell on 7,000. The turkey na 9,500.
How much until they sell on before?
Before turkey na 10,000, chicken na 7,650. But don't drop now. Chicken wings, they sell on 8,000 now, but now they sell on 7,000.
It's a 20 drop.
Don't they go like a month now?
So how much are they buying for cattle? Say that cattle until they carry.
They buy cattle 55 for chicken. The turkey now they buy at 90.
How much are they carrying
before now?
For the chicken?
For the turkey.
What of the chicken?
Chicken they buy at 65.
You see corner pass it.
Yes. I don't get Billy say go corner pass on. No, but say not guess it, but I guess this time around go come down. Now this they change this the monetization. Now the money the chicken they drop.
Before they sell on 5,000.
So that's 6,000 at the last price now?
Yeah, this is last price.
So how much until they give this carton, this small carton?
This carton are 10 kg and then as it be so, now 60,000. Some people will give you 62,000. So depending on how the price they come for them. Yeah, so that's what it be.
How much until they sell them before?
Before they sell on 50,000.
So it don't increase now?
Yes, they increase.
So what about turkey? How much they sell kilo?
Kilo now for turkey now 9,000. Before now 8,750.
So that means it does still go up?
Yes.
How much they sell the carton?
The carton are 90 for now 90,000.
We say no, they frozen. We say no block. And one we say it can't block. Like the price is the difference. If people want buy and they'll say this one no block.
Not the same price. Not the same because if you sell at a lower price, now with that loss, a huge loss.
Chicken, frozen turkey, and frozen fish. To come with us as we get to know these prices, I am Stephanie Notorua. How much do they sell Scooby fish now?
1 and 4,000. 4,000 naira. Before we dey sell 1,500, 1,000. But now it can't even worse pass. This must be at 4,000 naira. One cattle at 198. 198,000. Then at 200 now.
How much did they carry before?
Before, it never reached 120. 198 for one cattle. Say we carry 150. 15,000. But now 95,000.
Get another type of Scooby and solo.
I know they said that one. Now let's Scooby and they say.
So but that one still there on the high side?
No, that one they cheap, but not the sweet. That one they cheap, but not the sweet. That make us not the seller. 150, we fit manage am. You buy one fish like this 4,000 take cook soup. Now wasting our time now. Because before a ton soup, it don't break. Before it not be like that.
Findings from our market survey show that the prices of frozen chicken, turkey, and fish remain closely tied to operational cost and supply conditions. Traders says expenses related to storage, fuel, and transportation continue to influence price and decision. While they all acknowledge the importance of these food items in their daily meal, many say affordability remains a challenge. As a result, buying patterns have shifted, with household adjusting quantity and meals plans to manage expenses. For traders, the market remained competitive as the balance rising costs with the need to attract customers. Despite these challenges, frozen chicken, turkey, and fish continue to play a key role in household nutrition. As economic conditions evolve, monitoring the prices of frozen food provides insights into broader issues affecting food supplies and household spending. Traders report slow patronage, explaining that while goods are valuable, consumers are more cautious with spending. The balance between keeping frozen food affordable and covering operational costs remains a daily struggle for sellers. As market activity continues, the price of frozen chicken, turkey, and fish serve as a reflection of broader economic pressure affecting food supply and household budget. For now, traders continue to adjust to these realities, navigating a market shaped by rising costs and changing demand. Sellers explain that frozen product requires uninterrupted power supply to prevent spoilage. As a result, operators depend heavily on generators, making fuel cost a significant part of their daily expenses. These costs, combined with transportation and market levies, continue to influence the final price paid by consumers. Despite the availability of frozen chicken, turkey, and fish in the market, patronage remains slow. Traders say many customers now buy in smaller quantities or reduce how often they purchase frozen food as they try to manage limited household budgets. For traders, the situation has created a difficult balance. While they strive to keep prices within the reach of consumers, they must also cover operational costs to avoid losses. Some say profit margins have dropped, while others worry about sustaining their businesses if costs continue to rise. As the market adjusts, frozen chicken, turkey, and fish remain essential food items for many families. However, their prices continue to reflect broader economic pressure affecting food supply and consumption patterns. In the end, the frozen market tells a larger story, one of resilience, adaptation, and the everyday struggle to balance nutrition with affordability. As conditions evolve, both traders and consumers continue to navigate challenging market environment.
on the iSide as opposed to how it was sold before. And that is on today's edition of Market Today. I am Stephanie on Toliwa.
ITV, certainly the best.
Much obliged to have you join us on the program Politics Today on independent television and radio. Apologies for bringing in the show behind time due to some unforeseen circumstances. We're here now. That's all that matters. Thank you for your understanding. Let's get the show started by looking at some of the stories we are following in the political landscape. Within the week, we saw veteran politician Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso officially defecting to the African Democratic Congress ADC from the New Nigeria People's Party NNPP, bringing with him significant political clout and stirring new momentum in the opposition coalition. The transition witnessed by party stalwarts and thousands of supporters in Kano State marks a high-profile shift in Nigeria's political pre-election arithmetic. On March 30, 2026, Kwankwaso completed his formal registration with the ADC at Gida Kwankwasia on Miller Road, Bompai in Kano, receiving his membership card in front of party leaders, supporters, members of the Kwankwasia movement, a grassroots network he cultivated over decades. All right. And then, as a follow-up to that story, the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has removed the names of David Mark and Rauf Aregbesola from its official records as National Chairman and National Secretary of the African Democratic Congress. The electoral body also announced that it has suspended recognition of all factions within the party, including conventions and congresses, pending the resolution of ongoing legal disputes. INEC stated that the decision follows a deepening leadership crisis within the ADC, as well as a recent Court of Appeal judgment noting that it would remain neutral and be guided strictly by due process. The commission further disclosed that it will not recognize any individual claiming leadership of the party, including Nafiu Bala Gombe, until the matter is conclusively determined by the Federal High Court. According to INEC, it has received multiple legal communications from opposing factions, prompting the decision to halt engagement with all sides and avoid actions that could prejudice ongoing court proceedings. The development marks a significant escalation in the internal crisis within the ADC, raising concerns about the party's stability ahead of the 2027 general election. And on a final note, the African Democratic Congress ADC has called for the immediate recognition or sack of the chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, Professor Joash Amopiton, accusing the electoral body of partisanship and undermining Nigeria's democracy. Addressing a world press conference in Abuja on Friday, ADC National Chairman David Mark said the party had completely lost confidence in the electoral umpire, insisting that INEC's recent actions were unlawful and a direct assault on democratic principles and institutions. He alleged that the commission had taken sides in an internal party dispute and acted in contempt of a Court of Appeal ruling by withdrawing recognition of the party's leadership. Mark accused the administration of Bola Ahmed Tinubu of orchestrating a broader agenda to weaken opposition parties ahead of the 2027 elections. According to him, the move was aimed at creating a political environment where the ruling party emerges as the only viable option despite rising insecurity and economic crisis across the country. And of course, Femi Falana has projected, prophesied, postulated that it's very possible that in 2027 we may just have only one presidential candidate in view of what is happening in the country. Yesterday, the APC in Edo State held its primaries for the local government elections. While some have emerged as the flag bearers of their party, others are licking their wounds. Others are concerned that the exercise did not follow due process in line with democratic institution. Perhaps we're going to see more of those reactions coming up in the days ahead of the local government election. Welcome on board the program Politics Today. I'm Sonny Duke Okosu. My guest live with me in the studio is Comrade Collins Amadi Osaga, a chieftain of the APC, political analyst and a grassroots politician. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much, Sonny Duke, listener and viewers at home. Good morning to all of you.
We also have with us on the program Christopher Ojekere. He is the ADC Media Coordinator at the State Chapter. Christopher Ojekere, thank you for joining us on the program Politics Today. Good to see you.
Yeah, thank you, Sonny. Good morning, and thank you for having me here.
Fantastic. Okay, let's get started with some of the pressing issues. We'll start at the national level and then we'll cascade to the local level. And the drama that is ensuing around the ADC is something to talk about, with the INEC chairman recognizing, refusing to continue to recognize the leadership of the ADC, and of course suspending all engagement with all the different factions. I heard, even though I've not been able to confirm that the ADC currently has about 10 or 9 ongoing litigations. And it also be alleged that the current leadership of the party bought the party allegedly from an individual. It is some of 1.6 billion naira. It was alleged. It's there in the public media space. Talk to us, Chris, of the drama and the issues surrounding the status of the ADC and the likelihood that if this goes unabated, unreconciled, unaddressed, the party may not be able to field any candidate in the 2027 election. Chris.
Well, I think what is worse is not just that the party will not be able to field any candidate in 2027 election. What is worse is that Nigeria might just be at the end of its existence. There is so much that you can do to contain a people who have just one hope to escape from your tyranny and your fascism and all the deleterious policies as a government put upon the people. And they have one hope of escape from it using democratic means, and you think you can stand on the way to is going to participate in the 2027 elections. Nigeria of the mind, they are gravitating towards the ADC, and that nobody can stop. Nobody owns this country. We are watching a narrative that is such a sad narrative, that is so embarrassing, that a professor of law, so-called, or a professor of whatever discipline Amopitan might have or might be, cannot understand simple judgment of the courts. He cannot understand the simple meaning of the return to status quo ante the loan. It is embarrassing that he is pretending that he doesn't know what we all know, that is being twisted by the APC government to create confusion and introduce the kind of anarchy the nation is yet to see, similar to what we saw that led to the Nigerian Civil War. We are not going to paper over this, and we are not going to be criminality. We are going to meet criminality with the measured force and the measured resistance that criminality in governance and in high places, deserves in this country. We are not the political party that he thinks that he can bring in his goons and his lackeys to come and destroy, because, as we have said severally, it is APC against the Nigerian people. What is happening is that the APC, once more, just as it did with the PDP and it did with the Labour Party, has gone to get an individual who, to all intent and purposes, has been paid and then used or being used as a tool to infiltrate a party that has refused to recognize such antics. And we're not going to recognize such antics. What's his name? Nafiu has never been the national chairman of the ADC. Nafiu was a deputy national chairman, just like any other deputy chairman. There were 6. Nafiu resigned his membership from the NWC and from the party in May of 2025. In September, ADC dissolved that executive committee and then instituted the new executive committee. All of these are within public domain. Nafiu's resignation letter is within public domain. Nafiu's own comment on his Facebook, praising that dissolution, praising the ADC the coalition from coming into the ADC under the leadership of David Mark and Rauf Aregbesola, I'm quoting his words, are all on the public space. So what the appeal court was simply saying in response to our letter was that because the substantive case has not been heard in the federal courts, we should go back to the federal court to go and hear the case. But in the meantime, let everything remain the way it is. And the way it was, or the way it is that David Mark was the chairman of the party and Rauf Aregbesola, the secretary of the party.
Okay.
That a so-called professor cannot understand such simple interpretation is another sad narrative in this circus that we call Nigeria. We are not going to be...
All right, Chris, I'll come back to you in just a moment. Let me bring you in Colin Samadi Osanga. Now, Amopitan is saying that he wants to stay neutral, or INEC wants to stay neutral until all the issues surrounding this leadership tussle is resolved at the level of the court, where we heard that about 9 legal issues, contestations are ongoing. But by this action of Amopitan, isn't that a reflection of being partisanship, of taking sides with maybe a faction of the party, as it were?
Sonny, thank you very much. The problem I have with this country is that most times those who are supposed to lead by example always fail to, and begin to roll the ball and bag the quarrel and crisis on another. This same INEC chairman refuses to recognize the nephew-led team, even when they got an injunction for David Mark and his gang not to be recognized. He still recognized David Mark. His name and their credentials remain in the INEC portal. They did not call him evil. Now, when another judgment now came, at this point, I think his hands are tied. It's obvious, and he stated the obvious. Now, if you are decamping or moving to another party, must you people take charge of the whole leadership? Now, can the previous leadership not continue and you join your force with them and get what you want? Must you push everybody away? These are the problem. You come in, you want to take it all. The same character they exhibited with Labour Party, the same character they exhibited in the so-called NNPP, because NNPP, they even went to meet them, Kwakwaso and his team. You don't just continue to invade and want to take all. There should be a way you make balances. Even if your new team has some force, you can share and you get the result.
Well, this leadership you're talking about resigned their leadership position in the party, paving a way for this new leadership.
You said, I resign. What if I was coerced to resign? What if I resign at gunpoint?
But nobody's saying that. Nobody has said that.
I am coming.
Yes.
The same person you alleged I resigned have told you he did not resign. That is not his signature. So, would you cry more than the bereaved? The problem we have, no matter how you have even commit yourself to party, when your opinion begin to differ, they begin to see you as an enemy. They begin to see you as one who is faulty. Let's leave INEC out of this. He that must come to equity must come with clean hands. How clean are the hands of David Mark, El-Rufai, the Obis, and the Articles? What is pursuing them from their party? Why will you always create crisis and run away? Can't they manage crisis? Can't they resolve issues? Were any of them suspended from the party? Were any of them pushed out from the party? And now that become a merit on which they move to another party. They've created a problem that they cannot solve and they run away. You run to a new home, you want to send everybody on exile in 1 week. No. No. It's not done anywhere. Must Aregbe Shola be secretary? Why not David Mark, chairman, then the nephew team being secretary? Assumingly, because those are the old pioneers. Because that was exactly what they did in the Labour Party. You want to have it all. That was exactly what Atiku do. You want primary. They told you, let us be magnanimous in this victory. Let us open arms. You said no. He will fight me later. Wike will fight me later. Then you brought someone else. And the people you bring are always of little minds. They cannot stay. They cannot weigh war. They can't weigh temptation. They cannot stand. When the rain is falling, they run away. They will not allow the rain to beat them in the struggle. Then the man said, you can see, we will know who is the original owner. The owner will stay no matter the conflict. We will resolute. We will solve the problem. Today, who is the landlord in PDP? Now they don't even have shelter where they have run to, because they were not asked to go. Why didn't you give Wike, for example, that slot to be deputy, and you made your force together, like what you saw in Edo when we had our primary? In short, we had 2 primary. His Excellency, the deputy governor, was pacified. I said, okay, what we need is to bring about good governance. Okay, you have already gone to the court. Please move out of the court and let us work together. That is the development you are seeing today in Edo. Dennis, a very loyal man to his master. They are working in collaboration, even though the third force within the system have tried over the time to create discord between them, to say stories where they are not. But I am sure the governor, either he believes them or he doesn't believe them, but I believe he has not believed them.
Okay.
That is why they are still working together.
Right.
That is how a system should work.
I'll come back to you. Chris, let me bring you back again. The INEC chairman, Professor Joash Amopitan, is a very seasoned legal icon who's been teaching law for a long time. And I think it was Solomon Lalong who attested to the fact that he was his law teacher back then in his university days. Would it not be better to play safe against the background of these parallel litigations and legal tussles that are going on, so we don't have a situation that emerged like the Zamfara case? And I think there was another state like that a similar thing happened. Plateau State, Zamfara State, and even River State. I mean, is it wrong to play safe? Because I heard you say this is the efforts or the strategy by the government of the day to weaken the opposition and destroy democratic institutions. Can you substantiate these claims that you're making?
Sonny, 2 points. Number one, we have pretended long enough in this country, and that is why you have found that evil have thriven because good men do nothing. This time, good men are going to do things. Now, if Amopita, as a law professor, had always interpreted the law like this, then we should send all his students back to school because he has misled law. Number two, it is not in the position of INEC chairman, who is just an administrative officer of an institution, to begin to interpret, adjudicate on cases and on laws. The law speaks for itself. The law was very clear. Return back to status quo. Was Nafiu in any way, in any position, had been in the position where status quo will involve him? Nafiu was never national chairman. So if he wanted to play safe, he would derecognize Nafiu and recognize the chairman whom he has recognized, whom your guest said he's been dealing with. As the chairman, that's the status quo. Why would you now misinterpret the word status quo to mean that we should go back to a state of no governance? To a state of no state.
Just a moment, Chris. We'll take a break for the news headlines and we'll be back with you so you can establish the points that you're making. Please stay with us. Thanks again for rejoining us. Program is still Politics Today on Independent Television and Radio. We've got Christopher Ojekere, the ADC Media Coordinator at the state, joining us virtually. Chris, you were saying, just quickly anchor the points you were making.
Interpretation he has given is that status quo means that there was no government in ADC, there was no leadership in ADC. That's the interpretation he has given. Status quo means that you should go back to the time before the case was brought to court. And even if you want to take this far-fetched imagination and overstretched metaphor, status quo who was there before David? So how does status quo translate to derecognition of a status quo that existed? If that is the law, he should stop parading himself as a professor of law. That's an insult to our legal institution and our law schools. As far as I'm concerned now, I'm a better, knowledgeable person in law than he, and I'm not a lawyer. He is an embarrassment. What does status quo mean? Why are we interpreting it as if status quo have never been used in the law court and status quo does not mean anything? In any case, the arrangement within a political party, the Supreme Court has passed judgment on this, is purely the matter of the internal affairs of the political party. I know in APC they create INEC governors, Supreme Court governors, but that's not democracy. In ADC and in democracy, processes within the political party, internal democracy, produces leadership. And it is within the right of the political party to do that. The court have come of the highest court of the land have said that to us. So why is it? We have a government in place in the ADC. We have a leadership in place, government and your leadership. And Amopita sits there and twists it to deceive Nigerians. Whatever the leadership of the ADC before the coalition came in chose to do is within their rights in the Constitution. So the sentiment being expressed by your guest in the studio is completely out of it. If he decides today to leave the APC and join the ADC as we are expecting him to do, he will find that the Constitution of the land protects his rights. So if the leadership of the ADC thinks that they have a superior argument of why they should resign their positions, and they do so, and a few had then resigned his position, and whatever had happened later, that does not concern what has been documented, what has been agreed, and the letter is in place. So it is not enough for him to say, I didn't sign when you have a document. INEC itself has been having correspondence from the ADC leadership signed by David Mark. And in fact, the letter with which we wanted to do our Congress, we wrote it, we sent it to them. They acknowledged and stamped the letter. So how come after you have done all that, you say you are derecognizing? What it only tells me that Amupita does not know the meaning of status quo. Nobody should argue about plain safe or anything. It simply means he doesn't know the meaning of status quo. So
all right, Chris, let's pause there and of course look at other issues that we just highlighted. But I know you want to make a comment on this, but does it make sense that Amopitan, like you acknowledged, recognize the David Mark Aregbesola leadership of the party? In fact, there's been correspondence to that effect. And then all of a sudden, there's a Court of Appeal ruling on the status quo to remain. That status quo ordinarily should be the leadership of Aregbesola and David Mark. But now, Amopitan has discretionarily decided to be neutral until all of these issues are resolved. Now, isn't that partisanship like I asked you before?
It's only, it depends on the lawyer you carry when you have a case. Even if you accuse and you genuinely, you tell your lawyer the truth, he knows the document to put together to exonerate you. Even when he stands before the court and say the accused, yes, did it. But for this reason, my Lord, let him be free. And my Lord then will now apply his discretion. So that was why I indeed first talked about where the INEC chairman should not be crucified. Because at the time that he recognized them, he was working within the ambit of even the law that he can manage.
Okay.
Because an injunction came, and he knows that an injunction can also be vacated depending on at what period it has lasted. And he continually recognized David Mark and the other NAFIU session were protested to INEC that they had a judgment. How come you have refused?
So why did he maintain that consistency?
I am coming.
Yeah.
Why come he hasn't yielded? Then the INEC legal team, probably, because I wasn't there, had looked into the issue and advised. And at the time you had to visit the portal and change these people's name, you must have local standing for it.
Okay.
Now he did not. When another full judgment now came, this is no more interim interlocutory. This is now a pure statement that the status quo should remain. Remain means before it started. If the one that handed over leadership for 1.6 billion as claimed said he was no longer interested, there is a deputy who takes over.
But he wasn't the chairman.
I am coming, sir.
Yeah.
That means the whole of the executive should remain. Okay. That is the status quo. In a situation whereby those who ought not to be there is not there, there is no vacuum.
Okay.
That is why there is always an assistance.
All right, Collins, we're pressed for time. Okay. Let's talk about the other issues that are at the front burner, which has to do with the primaries. I mean, yesterday, for instance, the APC held its local government primaries, and candidates have emerged. But the undercurrents and the reactions and the commentaries out there doesn't seem to bode well for a lot of people who feel that the governor needs to be more assertive in terms of his leadership within the party, and then the party leadership needs to be more democratic, fair, equitable, transparency in the dealings within the party. I mean, I witnessed, I covered a story that was on Friday where some women groups mobilized, and their protest line was that women were being marginalized and that there was a promise for women to get at least 60% of elective position, and that from even some of the women that came out to register their interest, they are not being given attention. There are clandestine moves to circumvent that process. Let me get your reactions on this.
I think what is presently ongoing in the party, we took time to work on fervently, relentlessly, to bring in Governor Senator Modu Ogbevulu on board, seems to be drifting from the things he needs to do when it comes to human relations. Now, why have I not said it? You talked about primaries. Yes, some leaders were saying in recent time, like in my local government, Oredo, that the governor had said women should be given a certain position, at least 3 councillors out of 12. It was a news. Probably when they wanted to put their girlfriend or their mother. But when that wasn't not working, if they went back to bring in, I think whether only one female or not even none. You can imagine. The party seems to have been hijacked.
Hijacked by who?
Yes.
Why does this always come in with political parties?
It's unfortunate.
When this statement only it comes in at at one particular stage, it becomes a slogan that the party has been.
Now,
by who?
For those who probably are not knowledgeable, that didn't go to school, they just go out, they put up a statement, and they say, doing. How can you say you have conducted a primary for a local government when there was no form for sales? Now, if you say you went to a consensus, do you do primary? You only do confirmation. So why would you call it primaries? If somebody takes you to court now by your statement that you have gone to contest the primary, you will tell us who and who bought forms. Those who had interest and wanted to run, did they assess the form? Did you advertise for the form? For party members who have interest to run for an election? If you say you conduct a primary, I saw some in television, some were, should I even say they were blaspheming, saying he don't win, somebody won. Who won? Contested with who? Did the person buy form? At what date and at what time?
But this is within the ambit of the leadership of the party.
I know, that is why I'm saying.
Yeah.
Let's always call a spade a spade. If you said you have done a selection, there should also be an opportunity to call for an enlarged meeting and seek for the opinion of the people. The new electoral act as signed by Mr. President is either his direct primary or his consensus. And when is a consensus, if there is a decisive view or a contrary view, that means you go for primaries. And there must be notice to that effect to whom are concerned. When all of these things are not done, in Edo North and Edo Central, I am sure they were able to manage themselves at the consensus level. Probably they brought the people in the knowing. But in Edo South have been stolen from the same set of people who did not even still want the governor to be governor. The same set of people who pushed the governor out of hall, not to encounter screening. I don't know what they think they are using. I don't know the power they think they are using. But do you know the word? When you speak out, you become the evil. You become the bad. I have tried to manage along with these processes. I have been of a different view with majority of party members. But a situation whereby 5-6 people are called into a particular room, they take decisions, they think it is correct. Probably they go behind, they blackmail the governor to his face, and they pushed him probably to it. You had a commissioner, a seated commissioner spoke on one of the sister television about some days ago and said a particular minister is blackmailing the governor and he doesn't respect the governor and he forces the governor on decisions. Can everybody continue to keep quiet? For things that some of us did, none of them did part of it. At the time many of them ran to Abuja to go and hide for survival. Some of us were on the street fighting for the survival. So
Collins, are you aggrieved?
I am extremely aggrieved. I am aggrieved because there are a lot of issues. There are a lot of non-alignments. There are a lot of who are you. And many of us don't really care when you call us who are you. But the truth must be said at all times.
Okay, let me pause you there. I know Chris will leverage on this to invite you to ADC. Chris, let me get your reaction on this. What's playing out with the APC the just concluded local government primaries. It's an internal issue, and the Supreme Court, just like you attested to, has given several judgments that a party have the constitutional right to determine how they want to run their affairs. Can you take it off from there, Chris?
Yeah, but first, let me very quickly correct Collins. When he says status quo mean to go back to the old executive, there's actually an executive that was put in place September 19 when NEC dissolved what he called the old executive. And it's on the basis of that that INEC started to recognize David Mark and Ralph Aregbesola, and I've been dealing with that. So the executive, or the latest executive. Now, for Collins, testify to the patriotism of Collins to the APC. Collins has been there fighting, defending. Sometimes people who come on set with him have to create a distance because they feel threatened that he might punch them on the nose, defending the APC. So if Collins is here today and is telling us this, we should believe him. The APC, of course, absolutely has no power and have no decorum, have no competence to be able to conduct any primaries of any kind because, you know, that's how the party just is. But at least there should be a certain degree of semblance. Not this kind of brazen thing that we find where a few people sit down and call themselves the owners of the party, and then they tell other members to go to hell. In that particular case, we share a common ideology. That's what ADC stands for. And that's why he's going to come to ADC, because he sincerely believes in the ideology of democracy, that things should be done. The APC continually disappoints its membership. Continually, you see, they have this attitude of talking down, acting down, smashing down their members. And that's why they don't want ADC to survive, because they find that in ADC there's egalitarianism. There is room for the grassroots to be heard, for the grassroots opinion to be taken into consideration as it's been taken. So they don't want another party, an opposition party, to survive so that they can destroy their own members and destroy all other people. And the few oligarchs, those few cabals, those fascists will be the only ones controlling the entire country. All men of democracy and of goodwill who believe in democracy and internal party democracy must rise up. Remove the terms now, and let us rise up against these people who are wired to think only of that kind of monarchical system as democracy. So what is happening right now in APC is highly condemnable. And it's even more so when it's coming under the regime of Lucky Monday Okpebholo, who is still struggling with legitimacy of whether he ever won an election or not. So he's not helping the APC.
Chris, there's something I want to ask you. Why is it that at the onset, everything seems to be normal and proper? Everything seems to be done ideally. You see the party's constitution being upheld. You have equity, you have fairness, you have justice, you have transparency. Every known indices of democratic development is upheld within the party, like you are saying now with the ADC. But when the party wins, everything seems to be going normal. There is a change of course. All right, why is that always synonymous with our political system? Why? Just give me that response in one sentence. Our studio number is 08077770300. Dial the number and let's get your reaction to the discussion so far on Politics Today on Independent Television and Radio. Chris, quickly.
Because within political party are always men who become so greedy, who become so, who are so overreaching that they now think they cannot manage success. So when success comes, they now think that they are the ones that created the success. They forget the people who brought in the success. And that's why the people must become enlightened about this and must find ways, like Collins is doing so, to remind them that it was the people who brought in the success and not them. They were beneficiaries of the success, and now they want to play God. They want to think that they are the only ones who brought it. The people must resist them or bring them down so that they will know that they are mere mortals and no God at all.
Thank you, Chris. Let's take this call. Hello, caller. Good morning. What's your name? Yes, good morning. What's your name and where are you calling us from? We can barely hear you. Listen like the Ultimate Great. Okay, go ahead. Let's hear you. Okay, we can barely hear you. That's a network glitch. That didn't come from us. 070-080-7777-0300. That's the studio number. Hello, caller. Good morning. What's your name?
Good morning to Mr. Sonny Duke.
Good morning. What's your name, please? Where are you calling us from?
My name is Mr. Chandler calling from St. Xavier. Good morning, Mr. Collins. Good morning, Mr. Dickens.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. My take is this. On the issue on the APC first. I concur with my brother in the studio there with Mr. Collins. You cannot be the child and then expect not to cry. So some people being in the party, when they see things are going wrong, you speak out. That is why I like people like Collins. When things are going wrong, speak out. When things are not going, when they are going well, you should speak out. He said, Collins, I give you kudos for that. For the one of the ADC shoot themselves the leg. Did you see anywhere where David Mark was elected as a convention or Arabushola was elected as a secretary in a convention? If you want to take over a party, you must all the party members must concur and agree with you. Must agree with you in a unanimous decision. They must agree with you. In this instance, what happened in ADC? You take over a party, you have an agreed member. They are being caught over 1 year now. Over 1 year now, because impunity, you claim you want to rescue Nigeria, but you are coming from a power with a faulty foundation. That is impunity we are talking about now.
Okay, all right.
Good morning, Independent Radio.
Thank you. Good morning. Good morning. 080-7777-0300. That's the studio number. Hello, caller. Good morning. What's your name? You're live on Politics Today.
Good morning, sir. That's all of you.
Yes, go ahead. Tell us your name and where you're calling from.
Calling from GROE.
Yes, go ahead.
Well done, sir. Salute your guest.
Thank you.
Oga Collins, we must live a life of justice, life of wisdom, moderation, and the courage to speak truth to power, no matter how you place. You don't destroy your party's finish, you go run. Then destroy that one finish, you go run. You go when you want run, go. No person build down. Not build down where you go see and run to. Now they say spoil all those parties so. Where it come like they call the point out to one political party say you want to change out to one party system of government. That one will change out to one percent of government. So you know what you don't suffer? If not we case today, when we say man, you see they carry PDP along. Who called it there? PDP don't decap. But the other Baba will come from north. You know what I say don't decap? See the other Baba will still vote for when we do for presidential election. It not be solved the party of the Labour Party. He moved. So the new party now, they don't see the fed themselves. So Oga Collins, we're in order.
Thank you.
Okay, 080-7777-0300 is the line. Call it and let's get your take. Good morning, caller. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Good morning, Mr. Sonny Duke Okoso.
Good morning.
My name is Solomon Ataga.
Solomon Ataga, please go ahead.
What a funny situation Nigeria find themselves. This INEC was the one that accepted the list by David Mark without looking further the situation of the issue. The secret is very simple. The ruling party today, I have an advice for them. What they galvanize with is the president power they have. They are not even organized. They have a crisis which they cannot speak out. We are in a position where when you speak out, either they remove you overnight or they take you to Abuja by DSS. So you have no choice but to live by the idea of one man. The party of a country is living by the ideology of one man, and they are clapping for that. My take is very simple. INEC chairman should do the standing of cancelling opposition. Nigeria will not accept that. Look at what is going on in Edo State now. We have different leadership. Assuming you people does not have this federal power, I believe INEC will come in and say this is not the right way to do. So we are not baby. If we let romance take the way we want it, we that is seeking for justice, are we following by justice? What Wike is doing by now? That now, INEC supposed to expel Wike as from PDP member. But they are still the one, Wike is still the one recognizing. As the party, what does that mean to democracy? I want you people to answer me.
Okay, thank you. Our time is up, but let me get to take now. These issues that we see has always been issues of poor leadership in the political party. How do you think we can eradicate this menace?
First, I think the people must take destiny in their hands as usual, and that is why no matter the party that is in power, people like us have always been in opposition, fighting, not minding the goat that is in the other side. But unfortunately, even when there was not the goat for us to eat from, some people have bent that we will not be part of it. But that's the God owns life. Now, when, especially in Edo, South where I come from, the unfortunate is that those who call themselves leaders, those who tell themselves that fly a private jet, no matter how small is the position that will even come out, for the ordinary people to participate, they will give it to their children. They themselves have a position. They are contractors. So the people who have been there had no role to play. Go to each ministries, go to places and go and see the way they are all diving into contracts. Yet position will come, they give it to their sons or daughters or girlfriend or wives. And you think this is how we want to build the Nigerian we are advocating for? We are saying people with capacity should be in the system. People who advocated the policies of the party should be in the system. So when the system wants to fail, they can indeed say, this AYZ we told to the masses.
Okay.
This AYZ we must do.
Okay, thank you, Collins. I don't know if Chris is still there. Chris, you want to give us a parting shot before we close the show, Chris?
Just to quickly correct the young man who said David Mark did not come in by convention. You cannot come in by convention until the tenure of the people is over. So when they will come in, they call them caretaker transition committee, which is what it is. It is that caretaker transition committee. When the end of that tenure comes, you will now do a convention. So when the people resigned, David Mark and Adegbeshola in September 29 came in as a caretaker transition committee, and that's why INEC recognized us. Now to do a convention that will put them there, the ruling party is afraid that if as a transition committee, they can bring in people like Peter or big people like
the ruling party is saying that you guys should sort out your problems and start calling them into it. Anyway, thank you, Chris, for your time. Collins, thank you so much for your time. That's our program for today on the show, Politics Today on Independent Television and Radio. Be sure to join us next week, Saturday. Thank you for joining us, all our viewers and listeners across the world.